Good morning all, I hope you're doing okay. It's Big Bird time. I've made a series of Eagles which are all free to download on the internet. You can download them in PDF, print them off and cut your pieces out, and hopefully you'll end up with something like this. What to look for in Google or any other search engine is FF 56-inch Eagle, and something like this should come up. The original plans are for 56-inch span. I've blown them up. This is about 90-inch wingspan, 91 I think. I've got inside, it's powered by a Turnigy 4260 600 kV motor, 55 amp speed controller, and for this flight I'm using a 2200 Turnigy 4-cell, although it will take up to, I've flown it on a 4000 milliamp battery before, but you have to set that battery back quite a bit to maintain a reasonable C of G. What else can I tell you about it? It's standard, I think 9-gram servos in there. It has flown many times, but as you can see, sometimes it comes down in bits. We do have one or two families of buzzards around here. They don't like it, so if you see the buzzards circling around this thing, you'll know why. They really don't like it at all. Right, let's just get this ready to fly, and I'll show you the hand launch onwards. Okay, here we go for a hand launch of this big Eagle. I suppose the weight is 1.5 kilos, maybe a little bit more than that. So here we go. Oh, there we go, and we've got one up there already. I'm on half throttle. Let's just raise the throttle a little bit. Now, you don't need much throttle, as you might expect, for this to gain height. A lot of wingspan on there, and just like the real thing, it's flying barn door. In the camera view, you might be able to see the other one circling. Let's give it a bit of down. She seems to want to climb a little bit too much. Hopefully you might be able to see there's a comparison of the wing size. Right, it seems to be flying off now. So we've got skies to ourselves, hopefully.
8 minutes.
The wind is coming from my back and the right hand side, so it indicates it's northwest. Sorry, northeast, I beg your pardon. I took this out for a 7 or 8 minute flight on my other pack, my 4-cell 2200. I suppose all in all I had the battery connected up for around about 10 minutes, and when I landed it came back as 50%.
7 minutes.
So I could have had a longer flight there if I wished. At the moment I've got this on high rates. And hopefully there you can see that is a half throttle. This does need a bit of down. Yeah, do expect, if you're going to build one of these, do expect to keep adjusting the trims depending on what battery you use. If you use different batteries in, like I do, you always need to keep trimming it out. Try and avoid full throttle if you can. They don't really need it. This is not a type of model for flying fast. Perfect for a day like this. It will cope with high strength winds, which will aid its takeoff or hand launch.
Five minutes.
Let's just give it a tad more throttle. I'll tell you what I do. I will attempt a slow flyby, a close one. Just raise the throttle slightly so we can get some height.
4 minutes.
As I said, it doesn't really like full throttle. If you have to use it for any reason, make sure it's short bursts. And I did fill the battery when it landed. It was slightly warm. As I mentioned, if you want to go for longer flights, and I have been up for 20 minutes on a 4,000 pack, remember the weight is very much very different, very much heavier. You'll need to put the battery pack back further to maintain a reasonable CFG. Although this is quite tolerant when it comes to CFG. It's a lovely, graceful, slow flyer. I'm very surprised we've only seen the one buzzard.
2.
There's normally a few of them. 3 at least, sometimes more. I've just realised I've got a wide angle on the GoPro, on the hat cam. So you might not even be seeing this. You might just be able to hear it. There is a faint whir from the electric motor. Right, probably let's drop some height. I'm going to take the throttle off. Let's just glide her in, glide her down to a reasonable height.
1 minute.
You see, no throttle there at all. Doesn't she glide beautifully? She glides even better in a slightly stronger wind. Okay, let's open the throttle again. And we come for a slow flyby. I think I'll do maybe another couple of circuits. And I'll bring her in. Those keen-eyed amongst you might have noticed that on the wings I've got 2 Mobius camera mounts, and previously they have come out with some fantastic footage of buzzards relatively close in. Now, in respect of rates, I'm flying this on high rates. I've got middle rates and low rates. And the high rates are at 100%, and I think I put in 25% expo. Right, let's drop the throttle a little bit, maybe one more circuit up there just to drop some height again. And we'll come in for a landing. I've done 2 flights today. What I might do is mingle in the footage from both. I'll see how I go and see what time I've got to enable me to do it. Right, so drop the throttle very slightly, just a couple of clicks. Okay, there's the throttle off. There we go. Right, I'm very surprised, looking around, that we only had the 1 buzzard. They normally all come up in a panic and start ganging up on this thing. For a very big airframe, it's, as you can see, it's a good flyer. Well worth the time and trouble to build. One of the downsides of having this is that I've got to be very, very careful with storage, because being Depron, it breaks very, very easily. I've repaired, this is effectively a new wingtip, as is part of this, because they've come back chewed off, or the claws of the real buzzards have grabbed hold of it. So you can see the repairs, but it still flies nicely, so I'm quite happy. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm not sure that I've actually videoed this one before, but I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you on the next video. Until then, take care. Bye for now.